Some love stories don't end with goodbye, they end with silence. I had 1,000 words to tell you, but I never said them. My name is Alara. I am 22 years old, and this is my story. He came into my life at a time when I had heard a lot about love, but never truly understood it. His name was Rowan. We met on the very first day of college. It was an ordinary meeting, a simple smile, and somehow he slowly became a part of my everyday life. At first, we were just friends. Then he started waiting for me every day, and I began to feel incomplete without him. We sat together, ate together, and talked for hours. People started saying, "There's definitely something between you two." We would laugh it off, but the truth was, there really was something. With time, our friendship quietly turned into love. There was no formal confession, no "I love you," but everything was clear in our eyes. He cared for me as if I was his responsibility, and I prayed for him as if he was my destiny. We lived so many beautiful moments together, drinking tea in the rain, arguing over the smallest things, and then making up again. That was our little world. But not every love story is easy. Slowly, the problems began. Our families found out about us. People started talking. "This won't work. You're wasting your time." The pressure kept growing. We tried to fight. We tried to stand strong for each other. But sometimes, circumstances are stronger than love. There came a time when we had to separate. He left the city, and I became a stranger in my own. We had made a promise. We will always stay together. But distance turned out to be stronger than promises. At first, we talked every day. Then it became once a week, then once a month, and slowly we started fading out of each other's lives. But my heart, it stayed stuck right where it was. Our last meeting months later, he came back to the city for a few days. He texted me, "Can we meet just once?" My hands trembled as I read that message. I wanted to say no. I wanted to protect what was left of me. But some people, you can never say no to. We met at the same old cafe, the place where we had spent countless hours together. Nothing had changed except us. He was sitting there quietly, just like before. For a moment, it felt like time had gone backwards. I sat in front of him. There was so much to say, but neither of us knew where to start. "How have you been?" he asked softly. I smiled, the kind of smile that hides everything. "I'm fine." We both knew I was. A long silence filled the space between us. Then he looked at me, the same way he used to, and for a second, my heart forgot everything. I wanted to say it all. I wanted to tell him, "Don't go, stay, choose me." But the words never left my lips. Instead, I just asked, "Are you happy?" He didn't answer immediately. He looked away, then back at me, and said, "I'm trying to be." That answer broke something inside me, because I realized he wasn't mine anymore, and maybe he never truly was. When we stood up to leave, he hesitated, then slowly held my hand. For the last time, that touch felt like goodbye. No promises, no see you again, just silence, and eyes that said everything we couldn't. We walked in opposite directions, and with every step, I felt like I was leaving a part of myself behind. A few days later, I received a message from him. Alara, I'm getting married. I read that message again and again, hoping it was a mistake, but it was. In that moment, it felt like my heart broke silently. I replied with just 2 words: stay happy, that's all. No questions, no complaints. Because some relationships don't even remain worthy of complaints. On the day of his wedding, I looked up at the sky and made one quiet prayer. May you find all the happiness you couldn't find with me. Years have passed since then. I've learned to move forward in life. I smile, I meet people, but somewhere deep inside, he still exists. Sometimes, when I look at our old pictures, I ask myself, if we had fought a little harder, would our story be different today? But then I find my answer. Some love stories are not meant to be won. Some come into our lives just to teach us what true love really is. He was never truly mine, but what we had was real. And maybe that is enough.